It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles on Thursday night.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out come the Eagles for the first time, and the man in charge at quarterback in his fifth year now, Jalen Hurts.
He's coming off a season where he certainly experienced his fair share of ups and downs. On the positive side, he threw for career highs in passing yards and touchdowns. On the negative side, he threw the most interceptions in his career, and his team struggled and collapsed down the stretch. If he can get back to playing mistake-free football without sacrificing his aggressiveness, this team can get back to competing for a Super Bowl berth.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
A first down carry for Barkley. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Hurts. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 43. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Barkley, inside handoff. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Ball on the 39. Here's a 2nd and 7. Here's Hurts to throw. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 22-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Throwing is Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Hurts sets up to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts from 17 yards out. And the Eagles put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. That was a really good opening drive on a number of fronts. 10 plays, very methodical, set the tone.
So you know right now, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're on the sideline saying, okay, what do we have to dial up in order to get off the field a lot faster? Because both sides are out there for 10 plays, but one side comes off energized, and the other side comes off with some questions.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-2. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it was all finished off by the 17-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So the Commanders make their way out on offense for the first time here. And it's the rookie Jaden Daniels, the number 2 overall pick, leading the way.
And he was the number 2 overall pick in the draft because he is special. A dual-threat athlete at the quarterback position, beats you with his arm and his legs, and runs the ball better than any quarterback since maybe Lamar Jackson came out of Louisville. But with that being said, he's got to be smart about how he runs the football. He puts himself in position to take some big shots. He's got to be on the field and available for him and his team to be successful.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Jalen Carter working his way back behind the line of scrimmage and dropping him for a loss.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This
pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. So on fourth down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
.38-yard line, 2nd and 9. They'll go to Barkley again. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. From the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Here's Daniels. Got a man. It's the rookie out of the 3rd round. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Illegal blocking the offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 1st down.
Robinson up the middle. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
Let's go now.
They go play action. Daniels. Looking for the out route, and he's got it. It's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
In motion goes McCaffrey. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
The whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Daniels. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Back to throw here. This is Smith with the ground. And mark him down way up close to the 40 of the 39. A gain there of 21 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A yard, all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw. That is caught. And he's got this down to the 35. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll look to throw now on first down. This short throw caught by Goddard. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll look to throw again. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley from 6 yards away. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off by a receiving touchdown from Saquon Barkley. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now 2nd and 5. To the air goes Daniels. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. We just watched a fine first half out of the mobile quarterback, that's Jalen Hurts. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
To throw is Daniels. Open man is Noah Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Ready, break.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Second and 15. Daniels looking to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football. 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple. And that's exactly why they trail.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's go now.
Throwing now is Daniels. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 58 yards. And the Commanders are back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Now 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here is 3rd and 5. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Second down and 8. Hurts.
And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
2nd and 5.
A handoff to Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Elliott on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board. Yeah, that's a pretty throw right there. It's man coverage on the left side of the field, and this is some really good footwork by his receiver. Able to create some space at the top of his route, and the ball's delivered right on time.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw. Daniels. Call it a gain of a yard, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Seibert able to knock this one through, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
After the made field goal, Seibert back out there to kick it away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's a give to Barkley.
57 yards rushing for now on 17 carries.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out first downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
Breaks through the contact, and he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Now Saquon Barkley. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
This is Barkley. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Second and 10. Throwing is Hurts.
He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Commanders are right back in this football game.
That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
Here's Daniels.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
99 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Second down and 6 now.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts.
That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built.
This is caught inside the 15. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
Once more from the 11, 2nd and 10. Now Daniels.
And that's complete to McCaffrey.
Well, you don't have to beg the Philly faithful to make noise. On their feet for 3rd down. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And that should do it. He's got a first down. And the Eagles, they can run it out from here. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late. And they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.